Hello everyone, welcome back with me again, Zarfan here. So today we're going to continue what we've already do last time in the last video last week. So we're going to make two new component, which is the first one is the multi text, and the second one is the parallax zoom component. So yeah, without any further more ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so what we're going to do in this video, we're going to make this multi text and this gallery, this parallax zoom gallery. So for this one, when you hover, there's a circle, and if you hover to this text, it's going to expand. The circle will expand and will reveal the text behind this component, this text. And then the next one, so the parallax zoom gallery, if you scroll down, it will just zoom in, and if you scroll up, it will do some zoom out effects. Alright, so first thing first, what you want to do, you want to do this first. You want to pull my newest commit because there's an error. So yeah, you need to pull this commit first before you do any furthermore in this tutorial, because if you doing the tutorial with the older version where I commit this one from the hero section, it's just going to be huge error. So you need to pull this at least if you want to continue this course without any error. So yeah, first thing first, what you want to do to make a new component, so you can just create a new component here, which is I'm going to name it by multi text, and do this usual shortcut. You need to delete this, and then you can just make some new div inside of it to wrap the text. We're going to do this one first. When you hover it, there's a text right inside of the div. We're going to make another paragraph. We can just copy paste the text, and then next you want to make another div to wrap the other text. I'm going to make another div again. So inside of it, we're going to make a two paragraph tag. For the upper paragraph, I'm going to write some copies. I'm going to make it same as my project, and then there we go. This is the raw HTML without any styling, any CSS. So yeah, for this tutorial, I'm going to use another style library, which is SASS. So if you haven't installed SASS, you can just do npm. Wait, I'm going to pull this thing up. npm install SASS, just like that. For the SASS file, I'm just going to copy paste this file from my other project. So the main, there's a height 100 view height, black background, mask and body. It contains some with full height, full the flags, and then item center, and then justify center, and then there's a font size with 96 pixel, and there's also a line height with 90 pixel, and then there's a style where I set the cursor into the default. And then for the paragraph inside this one, I'm styling it. I'm styling the paragraph with 1500 width, and then there's the mask. This is the style for the mask, which is this one, this circle. So in order to use the SASS file, you need to import the styles from the name of your SASS file. So styles.main. For this div, you want to make it as the mask one, styles.mask. So it will use this mask styles. And then next one, I'm going to name this class name into the body part. So styles.body. After that, I'm going to start to make the animations. So as the usual way, if you want to use the animation, you need to import the motion from firmware motion, you can just start to rename the part where you want to have the animation, which is this part for me, because we need to animate this one. So motion.diff. So yeah, now we can just start to make the animation. So first thing first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make some state where this circle is hover this text. So constant is hover, and the other one is set is hover, using the React use state hook. So remember, if you want to use this hook, you need to do the use client first, because if you want to modify some state, you need to do it in the client. It cannot use in the server side. So basically next is by default is using the server component for every file we make. Oh yeah, we need to set the initial state for this one. We're going to set it false, and then next one I'm going to make some new constant, which is to detect where is the X position and the Y position for the mouse. So before I'm doing this, I'm going to make some function where it can detect where is my mouse is going. So I'm going to make some new folder first, which is named by utils, and then I'm going to make it as use mouse position. So it's basically some custom hooks. So for the use mouse position, I'm just going to copy paste this one that I've already made. So what I'm doing here, I'm making some custom hook where it detects the X position and the Y position. So first thing what I'm doing here, I just make some new state which named by mouse position and set mouse position, and then there's a the initial value for the X and the Y, which is 0, and then there's also a constant that which is this is a function basically where I'm setting the mouse position with the mouse even dot client X and the client Y, and assign it into the X and the Y that I just made here. And the next one, I made some use effect to update the position of the mouse. Last thing, I return the mouse position. So I'm going to make some new constant here. I just want to extract it immediately. So the X and the Y into the use mouse position. Yeah, like that. It's really simple, right? So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to make some last constant, which is for the size of the circle. So when I hover this into the text, it's expand, and when I not hover on it, it will go to small. So if it's hover, I'm going to make it 400. If it's not hover, I'm going to make it just 40. Alright, so next what I'm going to do, I'm going to animate this mask first. So animate WebKit mask position to detect where's the position of my mask, and then do this. I'm going to set my X calculated with the size divided by 2, and then is a pixel, and then for the Y, I'm going to set it with Y minus the size divided by 2 also, and it is a pixel, and then we can continue it to the WebKit mass size. I'm going to make it into some literal state again, size, and it is a pixel. And then after that, I'm going to make the transition also. For the type, I'm going to use the twin, and then I'm going to make the is into the is out. And then for the duration, I'm going to set it just a little bit, and then yeah, that is for the animation. And then after that, I'm going to style this one. Oh yeah, so for this paragraph text, I'm going to make some condition where if it's hover and if it's not. So if it's the mouse enter into this text, basically if it's enter this one, you want to set is true. So if it's leave, if it's the mouse leaving, it is the opposite from the enter, which is the false. And then after that, I'm going to style this one, and then for this one, I'm going to change the color so it looks contrast. And then yeah, this should be it. Let's import this one. Oh yeah, before that, I think I forgot something. For the mask, I'm going to copy from my project. So if you want this component, you can just go download it from my repository. So I'm going to put it in the public. So there we go. And then I'm going to import the meta text, and then npm run dev as usual. There we go, there is the meta text section. Alright, so first thing first, what we're going to do, we're going to make another new component, which is zoom gallery component, just like this. And I'm going to use the shortcut. After this, what we're going to do, I'm going to make some div in it. And then after that, before we doing the next step, I'm going to import my pictures. So I'm going to take the pictures from this project, and then I just drag it into my assets. There we go. And then I'll just copy paste this one. So after everything is settled, I'm going to make a constant to make some reference. So when we enter this component, it detects to start the animation, basically just like that. And yeah, we're going to make a constant, which you can guess it, which is the container constant, to use the React hook, which is the useRef hook. I'm also need to use the use client. So next thing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to import the scroll Y progress, just like the hero one. It detects the progress of your Y-axis scroll, basically. So I'm going to import it from the use scroll from framer motion, and then the scroll Y progress. There we go. And I'm going to modify the scroll Y progress, and for the target, I'm going to use container, and then for the offsets, I'm going to use the start, and then and oh yeah, I forgot to assign this one with null. Alright, next I'm going to put the container into this ref, into this div container. Next thing, what I'm going to do is we're going to make the custom scale for the images. So constant scale 1, and then use transform to modify the animation. Scroll Y progress in the parameter, and then we're going to use the usual 0 to 1, and then I'm going to modify the position into 1 and 4 for this scale. So I'm just going to copy paste it and make some at least 5. So I'm going to rename it to 3, 4 and 5, yes. And then I am going to modify this one into 5, and then this into 6, and this to 8, and this one into 9. And then after that, you want to make a constant for the pictures. So the pictures, and then some JSON list where there's a source, which is the picture 1 with some scaling, scale 1, and then I'm going to copy paste it. Alright, after that you can just loop these pictures. So you want to map the pictures, so basically pictures dot map, the normal map. I'm going to make this one with pictures and indexes, and then row function, and then do this. Before that, I'm going to wrap this thing up with some this one. After that, I'm going to return some div, and then I'm going to add the key, and then key is the E, so it's the index. And then after that, I'm going to make some div again inside of it, and have some class names. And then I'm going to add another component, which is image, not that image, but image from next image, so like that. And then for the source, I'm going to set it with pictures, not picture, but oh, I did it wrong. Wait, let me do that. Then picture dot source, and then fill, and then for the alt, I'm going to name it with picture dot source. Oh, I see. So probably I'm just going to name it with picture, I guess. And then next one, I'm going to make the placeholder with blur, and then after that I'm going to start doing the animation. So I'm going to use the motion from the framer motion, so I'm going to import it here, motion from framer motion. I'm going to use it right here, so motion dot div, like that. And then after that, I'm going to style the scale for this one is picture dot scale. And then after that, I'm going to make some style. I'm just going to copy this and make some new components, which is named by zoom gallery, just like this .module.scss, and then I copy paste all of them. So there is a container style, which is have some 350 view height for the height, and then there's a relative position, and then black background color, and then the next one there's a sticky style. For the position it is sticky, and then for the overflow it is hidden, and then for the top is 0 and the height is 100 vh. And then next one there's a style for the element, and then it is assigned with full, and then height full, and then top 0, and then some absolute position, and then flags, and then item center, and then justify center. And then for the image container style, it has some grayscale filter, and then for the position it is the relative. For the width it has some 25 view width, and then for the height I'm using 25 view height, and then for the image I'm using object fit cover. And then for the other type, I'm just modify the top styles, and then the left styles, and then the width one, and then the height, and then I'm going to put it inside my component. Okay, so first what I'm going to do, I'm going to style this upper div first, which is use the, oh yeah, I need to import it first. So we need to import styles first, so use the SASS file, so just like this, and then I'm going to use the styles dot container, and then next one I'm going to style this div, which is this styles dot sticky, and then for the next one I'm going to style this motion div, and then class name styles dot element, and the next one I'm going to style this div, which is the container for the image, so styles dot image and container. Yeah, and then there we go. I think that's all of it, so let's call it here. So zoom gallery like that. Hopefully it works. Oh, I did something wrong. Public. Okay, something wrong here. Don't worry, I'm going to fix that immediately. I'm going to make this, all of this become add. Hopefully this is work, and then there we go. Alright, I think that's it. Yeah, so for the summary, what we're doing today, we're basically making this the meta text. So when this circle hover this text, it is expanding, and then we reveal the text behind this component. Yeah, look at that. And the next one, what we're doing is making this gallery, so when it scrolls down it is zooming in, but if you scroll it up it's going to zoom out, just like that. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you can just give me some thumbs up and do some comments if you want to, and please give me some subscribe. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.